Okay, you fans are unquestionably furious right now. The WNBA recently eliminated anything strange, providing the exact same referees from the Lynx Mercury game. Disaster. Yes, the one. To the state of Indiana. The Fever and the Las Vegas Aces are in the semifinals. Indeed, precisely. The identical referees who were given Cheryl Reeves' suspension has now suddenly in charge of Caitlin Clark's biggest. It's not a playoff test yet. In fact, people are. I'm calling this openly corruption. So what do you think? Did you? The league specifically selects these referees to try to tilt the game in your favor?
It's bad for the game. The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those three people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice. I can take an L with the best of them. I don't think we should have to play through more than what they did. We got players. I think it's crap. And there's no call. And all of them said, it wasn't my call. I don't know. I didn't have that. I didn't see it that awful.
All right, let's look at this thoroughly. Total anarchy as a result of the WNBA's officially lost the plot, distributing Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana, the identical squad that totally blew the game against the Fever in Minnesota, against the Aces in the semifinals. It's not only insane, not all people are tone deaf. It's a massive slap in the face to everyone. Advocate who has previously pointed out the league for their obvious incompetence.
Let's jump right in. I want to start with the play that set off all of the chaos. Everything else that we will talk about, there is one play that set off all of it, and it is this steal that Alyssa Thomas made on Napheesa Collier. So this was at the end of the game. Fee is dribbling down, and Alyssa Thomas goes across her body, steals the ball, and then takes the ball full court for a layup on the other end, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Phoenix Mercury. They won last night's game, but I want to show you guys the close-up. This was not ruled a foul, and I am dumbfounded by the amount of people online, even the amount of professionals online who are saying that this is no foul. And the reason that they're saying that it is no foul is, as you can see here, Alyssa Thomas reaches across, and when she reaches across, you can pause the video here, she gets all ball first. Okay, so no. Was there any foul when she was tapping the ball away? No, it seems like there's no contact there. She strips the ball clean. But as you can see, the angle in which Alyssa Thomas is running across Fee's going this way, Alyssa Thomas is going this way. Fee is in full motion. You can even see, again, with this screenshot, the angle in which Fee's body is going. She is going full speed in one direction. She is running in one direction, and Alyssa Thomas cuts her off in that.
Okay, let's revisit the past and talk about what actually took place during the Lynx Mercury game. Because Cheryl Reeve didn't blow up all of a sudden. Isn't that right? Without cause? In fact, she saw that Alyssa Thomas dominated the liveliness of Napheesa Collier. I mean, nothing at all, no whistles, no protection. Unexpected phone calls. Collier limped, in pain, off the court. Additionally, those referees, they acted as though everything was totally okay. But here's the worst part. Immediately after Reeve dared to demand some accountability, boom, suspended and fined. Her assistant, fined as well. The entire coaching staff was punished for just pointing. Expose the obvious truth. There was nothing good about the officiating. At this moment, you can almost see Cheryl Reeve discussing other items on SportsCenter.
Who was it that asked about officiating for the game? Was that you, Kendra? And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt. There's fights. And this is the look that our league wants.
Now, let's go ahead to the present. the illness. Although Caitlin Clark wasn't present throughout this season's injury-related stretches, they succeeded in squeezing their way into the playoffs. Thus began the R line. Really, every Fever game meant insanity. Ratings. Every venue was packed. Abruptly, Mitchell, Clark, Boston. They essentially made the WNBA relevant again. Therefore, how does the league decide to compensation for all that incredible momentum? By providing them with the same referees who just utterly disgraced the sport overall. Supporters are not ignorant. They can see the trend. These same referees have already been given a history of inconsistent behavior, petty and, frankly, irresponsible. And now, they are in charge of Clark's most crucial stage. That's not just questionable, you gentlemen. It's obviously irresponsible.
We were trying to play through it. We tried to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0. And she had 5 fouls. 0 free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out and finished the game with her leg being taken out. And probably has a fracture. And so if this is what our league wants, okay. But I want to call for a change of leadership.
Okay, let's take a closer look at the league. Degree of misconduct in this instance, because it's insane. Let's look at the numbers from the Lynx Mercury game. Minnesota relocated 13 for 21 at the free throw line, and even though they had a 10 rebound advantage, they were still outmatched. Why? Because the referees. They completely swallowed their whistles. Whenever Phoenix erupted in violence, Alyssa, it is possible that Thomas was called to a dozen fouls, but it didn't result in anything. Collier limped off. The Cheryl re-explosion. And the referees just walked away unscathed. Purchase this right away. The referees that are designed to supervise Clark, Boston, and against Jackie Aha Wilson, Mitchell, Young, and Chelsea Gray. Please, this is total malpractice. And everybody saw. During the match, Lexi Hall was shoved, such as elbowed forcefully. Fans have receipts, too. Scott Agnes reported it outright. The Fever Aces semi-final will be hosted by Isaac Barnett, Randy Richardson, and Jana, the same team. Nothing has changed. No accountability. The league said in essence, yes, we are aware of you. Didn't like them, but we don't care. And that is the reason why people are phoning corrupt practices. Because if you were, in an effort to tilt the odds in Vegas' advantage, this is the exact approach. Provide them with referees who have shown in the past that they will permit things get worse. Coaches who are disciplined by referees for speaking loudly, and referees who swallow as soon as the game began their whistles. Physical. Furthermore, when the Aces thrive on, who exactly benefits from physicality? Furthermore, let's not pretend that this is a novel idea, because supporters have been complaining about the officiating throughout the season, namely, concerning Caitlin Clark. She's been hacked, shoved, elbowed, and barely made a whistling sound as they stumbled, and opponents giving her a body check that resembles it's hockey. Instead of protecting them, the most valuable stars in the league are these referees. Just look the other way. In addition, when someone does call out suspensions. Okay, so it's pretty obvious now that even casual fans want to know if the league wants Clark to succeed as well. That's how awful it is, you guys. Instead of utilizing the massive Clark consequence, they are purposefully destroying it with officials who don't seem too interested in justice. In addition, to be completely honest, the irony in this situation is self-evident. The WNBA says they want to make the game more accessible. They run advertisements urging viewers to embrace the next generation. Afterward, in the most watched playoff run of the year, they assigned the most hated referee crew to the much-awaited game. That isn't expansion. It's counterproductive. Look at what's at stake. Aces versus Fever. Perhaps the best series of the year. In her second year as a celebrity, Caitlin Clark, facing A.A. Wilson, the current MVP, and symbol of the Aces clan. Boston against Wilson Mitchell is against the paint job. Young. This had all the makings of a traditional, except instead of advancing the matchup, the only subjects being discussed are the officials. Fans don't argue over strategy, or matches, or rotations. Their disagreement on Clark's chances of surviving the officiating is just pathetic. Additionally, the league bears full responsibility. Let's get specific to these referees. Isaac Barnett is notorious for handling and having quick technicals. They did it out of pure annoyance. So if, after a squandered opportunity, Clark claps his fist, call me tech. If White challenges a tech, that's too loud of a whistle. In the interim, Wilson might destroy Boston, the paint, and it's somehow a no call. Randy Richardson isn't consistently trustworthy at best. One possession, touch fouls. Next up is WWE Wrestling. Without a beat, unpredictability, and chaos.